Hi folks, welcome back. I'm Ant, and we are playing Wreckfest. And we're doing some science today. Because I really want to find out what cars and which classes are quickest. We made the mistake last night of using... Let's go to our garage to illustrate things. Made the mistake of using the Beetle, wherever it's gone. And it was absolutely terrible. It's maxed out, I think, for a C class, but the handling's really tricky, and that meant that I kept on spinning out and rolling and doing stuff like that in a race, and that was not fun. So the aim of today is to get all our, well, basically class by class, figure out which is the quickest in each of these classes. So we'll be maxing everything out, which some of them already are. So the 160s and low 160s are all about as maxed as C classes can get. I've not tried some of the B classes, but what we'll do is all the C's first, all the B's second, all the A's after that, as far as we get anyway. And then we'll kind of try fiddling around with some of the other cars in their classes. Oh, I've won a wingman somehow. That's mega, that thing. Try messing around with each of them in different classes and kind of swapping engines and raising some up to B and some up kind of down to C and all that sort of stuff. Just to see what's quickest on certain circuits. And we'll be using a control circuit, which I have not yet decided. Probably one of the gravel ones, because the tarmac courses are a bit easier. But I figure we probably start with our Mustang. And let's have a think. Custom events. Now, can I do just time trials? I think I can set AI cars to nothing, can't I? So we'll do it a couple of times and just kind of see what works. And I have a pad and a pen and paper, and I'm going to take down some times. Let's have a look. Right, okay. So, kind of don't want a massive track either. Something a bit tricky. Pine Hills I quite like. Dramatic elevation changes. We might go for Pine Hills, but maybe one of the smaller courses. Short circuits. Or do we want the main circuit? That kind of goes up and down a bit, doesn't it? And it's a mix of tarmac and gravel. Although that is as well. Let's go back and see some of the other ones. Northland. Inner route, free route. Oh my god, you can use any of the routes. Clay Ridge, not that one. Boulder Bank, which is that one? That's the fast one, isn't it? Could do the short route of that. Because actually we kind of want something with a few straights as well, because some of the cars really aren't very good on power. I do like Savlock Sandpit. The tricky thing is deciding the course, because some of these are quite good. Well, let's maybe test a couple of courses first, because that's one of the original circuits, isn't it? Well, that keeps things simple as well. Let's try that for a start, and let's try our Mustang, which is a high C class. Events. Can I do opponents? I can set it to 0. So maybe that's just the way we do it. 3 laps. We'll do like a maybe best lap or best over 3 laps as a kind of indication of how easy things are to handle. Grid size 1. That's me. Yeah, let's give that a try. So where are we anyway? I didn't really pay much attention. Okay, Midwest Motor Centre. Midwest Moto Centre. So we have the Rocket, which is a C163, and we can take the times. Let's do this. All in the name of science. Waiting for it to load too is all in the name of science. Oh, there we go. Right, okay, so we should probably ideally have the tuning set fairly consistent as well. So maybe let's just put everything to the middle. Just have everything on standard for it. Okay. Best of 3. This thing I was racing yesterday and remarking on how easy it was to handle. We are an automatic gearbox as well, but I will change gear manually if the car kind of bogs down or feels like it's revving out of its corner too long. Like that. Bit of a down change just to keep it spinning away. Look at that lovely landing. This thing's an absolute honey to drive. Because the other aim of this is some might be quicker, but we want a subjective test as well. And subjectively, if one of them is an absolute bitch to drive, then that is going to be no good in stuff like online racing. So I don't want to be spinning out all the time. The Mustang is proving... Sorry, I should call these their proper names. The Rocket is proving really quite easy to handle. And how lovely it is as well when there's not stuff crashing into you all the time. I know that defeats the purpose of the game somewhat, but... There we go, had another manual down change there. Yeah, this doesn't have any vices, like, so I think we might give it a subjective rating. Do we go like 3 stars for good, 2 for average and 1 for bad? Something like that. So the best is a... Well, hopefully it'll show us afterwards. So best lap 44.032, 44.032, and overall was 2:16.757. And I'm giving that 3 stars because it was very easy to handle. Cool. Okay, so don't get any credits because we didn't beat anybody. But it's all knowledge. It's all learning. So, Firefly. This is also a maxed out C class, I think. I think if it went up to 161, it would be in B class. Or this is at least as close as we can get it anyway. So, Banger Race, opponents 0. What's this? This is called the Firefly, isn't it? So, Firefly. And it's a C160. That's all fine. That's also all fine. That wasn't our fastest lap though. We've gone quicker apparently, because in the Rocket we set a 44 something, and that fastest lap there by us was a 43 something. So that'll be interesting. So let's tune. We'll put all those to standard. Let's change the time of day for us as well. Our buzzy little Saab / Firefly. So this is already proving slightly more difficult just because it's understeering quite a lot. Now brake balance does change that slightly. I'll give a few taps of the handbrake if we're really struggling, but like there. It's also preferring to kind of buzz away in low gears than change up. So I'm having to do much more manual changing. And that lap was quite a way off the Mustang's best, although it was our start lap, so that's not yet indicative of how good it is. If you just joined us, we are testing today. We are seeing which cars are best, because I'm sick of picking absolute duds when I'm racing. So we're doing science to find out which cars. We've got a controlled circuit, which is this place, and control setups, and everything's going to be maxed out in its particular class. So this is the Firefly. And it is kind of okay, and actually that best was slow. Was quicker than the Mustangs. Interestingly, I think. I don't think it's just because I'm getting used to the circuit, because I was hardly terrible in the Mustang. Oop, changed up by mistake. It wasn't the fastest corner I've ever done. Okay, well that was neat and tidy, just not very fun. So I'm giving subjectively 2 stars, I think. So that was a 43,895. 43,895 as the AI pile drives the barriers at the end of the track. And it was 216,296 altogether. 216,296. So both of those were faster than the Mustang, but subjectively not quite as good. We're giving that a 2, which is an average. So the Beetle will be the interesting one, because the Beetle was bloody horrible. But we can tune the limo and stuff like that as well. So where's our next C? Well, we'll go to the end, because the Beetle I know is fully tuned for a C class. Sofa Car apparently is fairly highly tuned. Motorhome probably could do with a bit more. But where's our... Okay, El Matador, we can give that a bit of tweaking as well. But we'll go for Buggy first, because that's clearly already on the limit of C class. 3 laps. All that's fine, all that's fine. So this is the Buggy. And it's a C... don't know what... C, what is it? No idea, I can check later. Let's put all those to standards. Oh, it's a C164, okay. So that's the highest so far in theory. Cool. Sounds good. Handles like an absolute bastard. It's already quite twitchy. Thing is though, that it's got like really good traction. I think if I keep things tidy, which is easier said than done, because this thing really likes to move around. So it could be one of the quickest, but the aim of this is finding what I like to drive as well. Really good grip. Gets good air. So I think it's going a decent speed. It's funny how the Saab felt so much slower than the Mustang was actually quicker. Might take a screenshot from this one as well, just because I don't think I've done a good replay photo of the Buggy yet. Things in race conditions as well, it's so much different. Kind of likes having, I think, the brake bias not set to the rear as well. I don't know if I put it to the rear when I last drove it and that caused problems. Oh, sugar. We're leaving it in. Because that's part of the difficulties of handling the thing. I have noticed we've already set our fastest lap though. Because the 1 lap time is actually the more relevant, really, for pure speed testing purposes. And I think this might still have, yeah, it's still got the fastest overall as well. So Buggy was a 42.978, 42.978, and 214.486, 214.486, which is actually, you know, getting on for well, it's over 2 seconds quicker than the Rocket, and getting on for 2 seconds quicker than the Firefly. And it actually handled okay. Like, I know in a race it's a complete pain in the hole. So do I give it 2? I'm going to be charitable and give it 2 stars because it wasn't absolutely horrible. I think if it goes down to a C class, I think the little Fiat one is possibly even worse. Okay, so let's, before we do the next one, tune our next C-Class car. So we'll go for El Matador. We're probably not going to get above a 160-ish, so let's keep on adding parts until we get close. How much credits? We've got a decent amount of credits still, even burning through all of them like this. 30. 139. 147. Okay, so that's not as high, but we can probably lighten it a bit as well. Yes, that puts it up to 205, so we don't want that just yet. Let's start removing stuff. Yeah, there we go. Reducing weight. C148, 149. Quite like that though, with the exhaust sticking out the side. Do we have a cage? We do. So 152, 155. Can we run without a cage? 155 might be as high as we can get it. Can we add things to make it look a bit cooler? I quite like the sort of fender cutouts on this. That's odd though. Is that the air filter? It's difficult to tell. I quite like it, so I'm tempted. $320 to cut some sodding holes in it though. Come on. Oh, I like that as well. I mean, it's ugly. It's very ugly indeed. Do I like it more than that though? I kind of do. It's distinctive. Okay, that was pointless, but what can we go for? How big is the skull? Oh my word, the skull is massive. Jesus. Yeah, we're not going for that, but it's nice to know it exists. Okay, so nope, not career. Custom events. Midwest Motor Center. Main circuits. El Matador. El Matador. That's a C155. Cool. 0 opponents. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. Oh, balls. I just noticed we didn't do a replay of the bug. Might go back and do that later. And everything to middle, including that. Let's go for it. Ooh, sounds good. I'm liking it already. I feel like it's already feels stable and already doesn't feel as quick as the buggy. Does get a bit of a boost from... Oh, changed up. Sorry, changed down too soon there. Does get a bit of a boost from changing down sort of mid corner there. Seems to be like going through some of these turns in third. And second has a bit more power. Getting good speed on the straights as well. That was a bit messy. That was quite nice though. Rotates nicely under brakes as well. This, I think we might be giving this a 3-star rating for subjective driving appeal. And you can just give it this lovely kind of tip into a corner and it just powers round. This is a good C-class. That was slightly better through that corner at the time. That was slightly less good through there. Nicely clipped a cone on the exit. Or a tyre or something. Clip something. I've not yet looked in the top right hand corner at our lap times to see how competitive we are. 43.2, see that's slower, isn't it, than the Beetle / buggy. Is this lap? This lap's also going to be a 43. Okay, so that was consistent. Best lap was a 43.253. 43.253. And it was 2:14.797 overall. 2:14.797. So for consistency, that was actually pretty much as good as the Beetle, because we did make a mistake in the Beetle, but subjectively that is a 3-star out of 3. I like it. Let's do a quick replay and get some sweet action shots. I like how it does the camera shot for the entire grid even when there's no other cars. Let's go back to the start actually. I want to catch it coming around that first corner with its wheel up in the air. Let's slow it down so I can do such things as these. That's quite a nice view. Bit of lean going on. Clipping the tyre wall. Free camera, but you have to pay. That's not as nice as it looked. Okay, sod that. Trackside again. And let's go normal speed for just a second. That's has the potential to be quite nice though from further back. I'm thinking somewhere down here. Whoop. Spin around. Let's get up close and personal with the tyres. Whoa, bit skiddy. Oh, that's too far. Too far. Oh my god. Slow it down. Slow it down. Ah, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. That's probably about as close as we're going to get. Okay, so. Blur. Focus distance. Over there somewhere, please. There we go. That's nicely in focus. Yeah, don't do what you're thinking of doing. Can we zoom in anymore? We cannot. Bit of lean on it. And beep. Trackside. Continue. Yeah, that rear view on this thing is quite cool. Takes the jump hard. So maybe we cut the corner closer on this lap, did we? We did not. That was terrible. How about this one? Nah, doesn't look as cool as I was expecting. Yeah, so easy to handle though, this thing. Now, were we any closer on this lap? Nice turn in there. And let's give it a try. Oh god, we zoomed in. From the rear, perhaps. Down a bit. Oh, nope, that's not the way to do it. Ah, no. Let's get a bit of lean on. Smoke particles doing their thing as well. Quite like that. Ah! Not when I do that though. Focus distance. Okay, that's quite cool, I reckon. Okay, we're good. Okay, so El Matador has the best mix of speed and consistency. Let's back out of this for a second. Now, I have a sneaky feeling. Was the Killer Bee S? I think that was a B from the start. I think the normal Killer Bee is maybe a C. Can we tune the limo? We can. Interesting. So we can take this up to like a 160. I'm not expecting this to be the quickest. It's probably a bit unwieldy. 145. 148. 150. Still good. Should be a 160 something I think before it. We are running out of credits though, so we could probably do with doing some races at some stage. 162, 163. What? Also 163. Well, let's splurge on it. Oh, no, come on. I want to maybe lighten it a bit. Ah, so right, okay, that turns it to a B. As does that. Roll cage? Also roll cage. Okay, so basically any of these turn it to B class. So we're pretty much on the limit of this thing. Let's just see if we can put some slightly less ornate wheels on it. We can. I quite like the Steelies. Tempted to go for the Steelies. Prefer them to the off-road tyres. Oh, no, stop it. I always feel like you should be able to back out of that menu, and you cannot. Another 500 credits wasted on this thing. So, custom events. Same place. Come on. Have you frozen? No, there we go. Limo. Opponents 0. Let's change the time of day back again. Looking a bit brighter now. We're on the limo. Let me write it down. C163. C163. And we'll standardise all these things. The size of it sounds cool. I like it already. Now I remember this thing being very, very stable indeed. Maybe not very quick around some of the tighter corners. We'll go around the outside of that pole, I guess. Bit of a thump on the landing there. Does sort of rotate under braking a bit, which is good. Down change helped there. Rocket us out of the corner. Thump. Decent turn of speed. Where does one brake for this corner? Going around the outside of this pole again. So we have actually a bit of trouble at high speeds. Low speeds, it's really not too bad. And it does have, because of the size and weight. Oh, probably could have done with keeping the power on there. Because of the size and weight, we can. We do have the option of barging people out of the way in corners on this thing. So if it gets close enough to the others, whoop, quite wide. If it gets close enough to the others, then it could be our top choice. Oh dear, getting it stopped was a bit of a trouble, and we're going around the outside of the pole again. It's really not too bad though. Our lap time is a couple of seconds slower though, so that's interesting to note. I figure that's probably mainly acceleration, just because it's so heavy. It is a chonk. Okay, so best lap was a 45.241. Yeah, this is going to be miles behind. 4.1 and 2:19.946. That's the slowest so far. 9.46. Did like it, but it wasn't as good as the Rocket or El Matador, so I'm giving this a 2-star as well. It's easy to handle, but not a great handler. But good effort by something so large. Now, I'm thinking. Just a second. I'm thinking cars. Do I want to maybe? Can we tune the motorhome? I kind of want to test the motorhome just in case. Okay, we can't upgrade it, but the motorhome's quite amusing. So let's give it a whirl. It's only a C113. Let me just write that down. C113. Yep, that'll do. Clear afternoon, that's fine as well. That's all fine and dandy. Let's remove my personal best. 37. Bloody hell, people are getting like 5 seconds lap quicker than I am around this place. Tune. Can't tune it. That's fine. Do me proud, motorhome. Gets off the line well. How does it take the rest of the circuit? Oh yeah, it rotates really easily, this, doesn't it? So it didn't need to brake there at all. Lots of torque. Does feel a bit lumbering and slow, I'm not going to lie. This might not be the most competitive. Oh my god, it twists. It twists and turns. Good view of the circuit, I will give it that. And it's not actually difficult to drive. It does rotate quite easily, but it's very easy to catch because it's a long buoy. It also feels maybe like it's on the edge of rolling sometimes, which isn't so good. Yeah, that 55 lap time. Oh, that was the opening lap, I suppose. This is the real test. I think it's maybe got a bit too much weight to really be competitive. Oh, we need to do the sofa as well. Forgot about that. Have to test all the meme vehicles. Uh, 50, yeah, that's still like 5 seconds slower than even the limo. Nicely cut that corner though. Yeah, it's really easy to drive. It's quite nice. But again, subjectively, not as nice as some of the others we've had. So I'm figuring, oh dear, no, we're good. Figuring this might be another 2-star. Best lap was a 53.09. 53.09, and overall we got a 2:36.858. Yeah, that's like 15 seconds behind everything else. 858. And we're giving it 2 stars subjectively. Continue. Right, sofa is next, I believe. I don't think we can tune that either, but I will check, double check, just in case. C148, so it's actually quite well, yes, okay. That's not surprising at all. It's quite well set up already. Difficulty, all that sort of stuff is fine. So, sofa. And it is a 148, C148. That's more than the motorhome, so I'm expecting at least a lap time somewhere in between the motorhome and the limo. And it sounds like an absolute beast. I don't recall it handling too badly either, but... Oh yeah, you can... Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh god. We're counting it. It's still counting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, this might be our first 1-star car. But I do want to try and get a clean lap time in. Because I think could end up being quite speedy. Could be terrifying over the jumps. Oh my god, it is. Come on, lean forwards. Not that much. Yeah, getting a clean lap in might be tricky. It's despite all those cock-ups, its best lap is still the equal of the motorhome. Well, the first lap was anyway. This is the tricky corner. We've made it. That's... oh god. Actually grips really well, surprisingly, for something that is a sofa. Hopefully the fabric is as grippy as the tyres. Right, maybe just a bit of lift around here. Yep, there we go, keep the wheels on the ground, that's the way to do it. This lap could be quite quick if we get out of the bumps. 45, yeah, that's kind of on a par with some of the other stuff. Oh dear. Oh dear. Post. Yeet it over the hill. Oh dear. Oh my word. It's fine as long as you're pointing vaguely in a straight line. Trouble is, most tracks have corners. It is better than the motorhome though, I think. Lift, little lift. Keep everything nice and tidy. Slow and steady wins the sofa race. Okay, so lap time was a 45.086. 5086. That's quicker than the limo. Overall 226.184, 226.184. Which is not as quick as the limo, to be fair, but still 10 seconds quicker than the motorhome. But we're giving that a 1 star because we know from experience it's a complete bastard in the race. And it's very easy to get punted into eternity. So I think we've exhausted our C classes. What I might do is drop the CRX down to a C. I mean, the double decker is not going to be competitive, is it? Really? So where's our CRX? There's our CRX. So okay, that's making it better. What's currently tipping us over the edge? Is it the engine? It is the engine. Oh my God! That was it a B originally? Okay, we're going to have to spend some money now, aren't we? But I do like the way the CRX handles, so this could be the first front-wheel drive one to get a 3-star rating. 154. Better camshaft. Really running low on credits now. Have to keep that in mind. Armour. So we're already on running that. We're already running that. We're running the basic cage. What does that put us up to? That puts us up to a B, so that's no good. We don't have the door bars, but we can put the glass back, and we're back to a 163. I think in reality I would run that just because I like the way it looks, but for the purposes of testing, okay, so we're a C163. Let's just, what wheels do we have? We can put Steelies on this as well. Sorry to be predictable, but I do like. Oh, I do like the basic Steely look. Cool. So, what are we doing for time? 44 minutes. That's okay. We can go a bit long. We can probably do this, and then we'll call it a day, I think. So, custom events, Midwest Motor Centre, main circuit. Our newly steel-wheeled Nexus RX. It's a C163 as well. So, Nexus RX is a C163. Yeah, this will be the interesting one. What other times of day can we go for? Sunrise. I like sunrise. Cloudy sunrise means it's kind of pointless. Actually, just stick on random. Whatever. Whatevs. Cool. So, everything to middle. Let's do this. For that, 9,000 RPM. VTEC yo. So close to the barriers. Go around the outside of the pole, that's alright. So much more grip than the Saab. Could be on for a quite quick lap here. Oh, apart from that, that's torn it. I'll just take a few of you with me. So on sheer speed alone, it's a bit tricky. Oh, that was so close. It's pretty good. I mean, it's really good actually. But it does have a bit of a wild side, which could prove problematic in some races. Grips really well out there though. Oh, the tailgate is not as strong as it could be. That landing was enough to dislodge it. Do get a bit of understeer because I'm running wide on that corner every single lap, but getting some good lines through here. Still haven't looked at the lap times. Kind of want it to be a bit of a surprise, given this is our last car for the night. Probably get a bit of a replay from this as well. Took a tyre with us over that corner there. Oh, a bit of a wall tap. And across the line in A. 142.509. That might be quite quick. Yeah, 40. Ow! Hang on. 42.509. 42.509. And A. 215.547. 215.547. And we're giving that 3 stars. So let's just look at that on the time chart. 2:15, not the quickest lap. The Buggy and El Matador both quicker. And that, I'm guessing, means... Oh no, but 42.509 is our quickest overall. So consistency, that CRX is pretty good. Let's just go and view the replay. We'll get ready. I think this first corner was quite dramatic. We got very close to the tyre barrier. So let's pause. Can we slow it down? Oh, we can. We can really slow it down. That turn in. See, I already relaxed the steering there, knowing that I turned in too sharply. Let's just have a look at that with the free camera. Oh, zoom out, please. Nice and tight to the barriers. That's pretty good. Maybe go from this angle. That kind of gets the dramatic effect. Come on, down a bit. And let's get some blur going. Focus depth. Want you in focus, but everything else out of focus. Go for a beep there, and maybe a bit further round. No, because it's not sliding, it doesn't look quite as neat. So let's ignore that. Speed it up a bit. I think we kind of looked quite cool coming around this corner as well. Bit of wheel in the air action maybe. Can't tell. That's probably fine. Nicely in the sunshine as well. It scrolls a different way than I'm expecting every time. What have we got? Just over the tyres? Just through the tyres? Oh my god. Oh my word. Please. Kind of like that. Which one of these buttons raised the camera a bit, did it not? Oh my god. Okay, ignore the tyres. Straight through the tyres. Quite like that though. Let's get some blur going again. Oh, we already have. Focus depth. like that, and one with a bit more dirt. And let us quickly zoom over the other side. Straight through the car. Whoop. And go for a weep on that. That is the noise it makes, by the way. Weep. Weep. We get inside. We can get inside the car. Oh my god. Nice steering angle there. Driver's eye view. So close. Kind of want. Oh. There is. Is there not a button for going up? Oh, I can rotate with that. How does one? Tiny bit up, please. Not that much. God's sakes. Ah, nope. Trousers. Head. Kind of like that. That's more the effect I'm going for. There we go. That'll do for now. Continue. Right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have tested 8 cars. C-class cars. I think we will leave it for that, to be honest. And we'll go to testing maybe B-class cars next time around. Let's see what we're doing. Yeah, 54 minutes. That's good enough for me. Nice short stream. If you've dipped in to the stream, thank you for watching. I'll be probably back again tomorrow night, all being well. Maybe with a different game though. But yeah, if you've been watching, thank you for doing so. Feel free to follow if such things take you fancy. And I will catch you next time.